Righto friends, I'm going to show you something here today. So you've probably all experienced the same thing. You come along, one day you go to shut the tailgate and the light stays on and you've got the movement here. And just going through it to find out how I'm going to fix this. I've removed the side there, so that way when it closes, it's not this restricting me from closing it, just to eliminate that as a problem. I've taken the kick guard away and I see that this adapter here, this mount here, is not straight. Now I've taken one of these out before, and once you take the screws all the way out, the plate on the bottom falls through, and you've got Buckley's chance of, and you've got no chance of trying to get that plate back up. You just have to make your own and put it back in, and the plate about that long, and you can just move it in like so. So what I've got to do is, don't try and use a normal screwdriver for this job. Get yourself a hammer screwdriver. So I'm going to have to find the correct fitting for that. Now they're jizz screws, not Phillips head, so I'm using Phillips head though. That one's not right. That one's not right either. So the closest one I have is this, the long one. And what you do is get the hammer on the other side, and you have it so when you bang it, because this part here turns, push it forward to try and show you there. Anyway, there you see, so go that way and it turns that way. Right, so what you do is get the hammer. When I hit it, it's going to turn the thread as well as go down, or anti-clockwise obviously, and we'll get the screws loose. I'm going to bring that forward and then we'll close the boot and see how she goes. So once you get it loose with a lot of convincing, you can see how that moves forwards and backwards. Before it was kind of like that or something, so I can move it that much more forward now. So I've actually damaged that screw there, so I'm going to find another screw. I can take one out at a time, as you can see they're both connected. So I'll tighten that up. Just to take this one out. See if I can find another one that doesn't have a damaged head. That damaged head might become a problem and end up being a thread, which I didn't have to weld a nut on top to get it out. So to prevent that from happening, I'll see if I can find a good one. Alright, so I've replaced that screw there. Now I'm just adjusting the tailgate, and I find that at the moment the best setting is for the way that's set right there, not all the way forward. Anyway, when I close the boot, the trunk, the tailgate, whatever you want to call it, you can hear it. First click, no worries, so you can't open it back up. Second click, no worries, that's good. But see, it's still got a bit of play, and there's a reason for that. There's this guy here, and you can see that there. You can see the groove in there. See how it's flat and then gotten worn, and it's like most of it's gone there. So we need to find a way to pack that so we can get some cushion against it, so the stops that rattle from the tailgate. Now mine doesn't rattle, but all the same, I'd like to have it fixed. Okay, so as it happens, I have a few spare ones of these, and that one's still in pretty good condition. And this one here, you can see it's worn, but on the bonus you can also do this. Take the little rubber out, turn it around, and use the good side, and hopefully that takes a bit of rattle out. So I'm going to put this one in, and there's very little wear on that one, but I'm going to turn it around anyway and we'll put it back in. And just to show you, to get these things out, if you're struggling, you squeeze them and they come out this way, not this way. Alright? To line this up here, what you want to do is just tighten these up as tight as you can by finger tight. Line it up. Oh. Just line it up like so. I'll try and show you here. You see that's how that's lining up there. Now all you have to do is, if it's not lining up, like if it's hitting the top or bottom or whatever, just come along with your hammer and just give it a tap in the right direction, and then try again until you got that lined up. Alright, so there you go, it's all done. I can no longer shake that tailgate. Open up, all nice. When I go down, I can feel it, hear that first click, and that's the first click, just like that. But I can no longer push it to the second click. I have to close it properly, and now, beautiful. And just to show you, there's no, I've got the door disconnected at the moment. There's no dash light as well, so there's no cluster light either saying that the door's open. This door's currently disconnected, so it doesn't interrupt with what I was doing at the back. There we go, so I can put it all back together now here. Righto, well that about does it. Oh, one quick thing. This wiper I got from China, what, 6 months ago I think it was. I posted on Facebook the images. This was not like this. This was like that. The heat has softened the plastic up and it's gone like that. So now I need to find another wiper to go in there. So stay away from those cheap China ones. I could probably heat it up and put it back to like that, but that's only going to be temporarily. Eventually it's going to be hot enough that it just becomes like that again. And I do use this wiper, so I do want to replace this. Anyway, that's another day. Alright friends, I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.